Hello everyone, and welcome to Mike Burr Thomas, episode 11. At the end of episode 10, Lola was on a train up to Newcastle to meet her cousin Christian, who'd collected Denise's £2,000. The money mule had refused to travel, so Lola had gone up to meet her cousin so that they could spend the money, because Denise had very generously given it to them.
Hello, honey.
Hello again, darling.
Yeah, how you doing?
Oh, I'm feeling a bit better, thank you.
Yeah. Did you have time to take your medicine?
Well, it only takes 10 seconds, darling.
Oh. Did you have lunch already?
It's nearly dinner time, darling. It's 5:30.
Oh, I see. I'm just asking if you had lunch.
I did, darling, yes. And to save you asking, it was a ham sandwich.
That's yummy. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed it. Are you there?
Yeah, darling.
Yeah. Have you spoken to Lola lately?
No, she should be arriving in Newcastle fairly soon, I think.
Oh, okay. No, I'm missing you, and I've been thinking about you, and I'm thinking about your health too. Just want you to be fine.
Yeah, well, I'm sure I'll be alright in a couple of days. Oh, God, some funny noises there. So will you be retiring next weekend, do you think?
Yeah, that's what I'm looking up to. I've been thinking about it right now, and trying to get the retirement, and I just want to be sure about you and about us if we're really going to be together, because I've made up my mind to spend the rest of my life with you, but I don't know about you yet. That's why I'm still thinking about it.
Well, I need to meet you, darling. I'm not going to commit myself until I've met you.
Yeah, that's the most important thing right now, and that's what I'm looking up to before I could say, okay, I'm retiring. But I have to get the confirmation from you that you're also ready, and you're ready to spend the rest of your life with me too. That way I'm going to request the retirement, and I'll be very sure that of what I'm doing. What do you think?
What I think is that I wonder whether you ever actually listen to what I'm saying. I said, darling, and I'll say it again, but I'm not going to keep saying it because it gets very tedious. I said I need to meet you before I'm prepared to commit. Do you know what that means, darling?
Yeah, I understand you perfectly
Awesome.
well.
Awesome.
So, I want to ask you something. Do you want me to proceed with my retirement?
It's entirely up to you, darling. It's none of my business whether you retire or not.
Okay, no problem. I'll let you know later on, cause I'll be rounding up anytime soon in the next 30 minutes time. I'll be rounding up from work today, so I'm going to call you so we can talk a lot. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah, I just said I should call you. I just said I should call you and check up on my beautiful woman, how she's doing.
Okay, that's very kind of you, darling.
Yeah. I wanted to know I love you, okay? And you're always in my heart. I'm thinking about you always, okay?
I know you are, darling.
Okay, you take care of your beautiful self right now, okay?
I will, darling.
Okay, bye. Kiss, kiss.
For now, darling. After the call had ended, I closed chat. I was getting a bit fed up with his constant calls, and I genuinely did have a fluey cold and a horrible headache. So I ignored him. Are you there, honey? He said later that day. Then he tried calling Denise at midnight, when obviously both I and Denise were fast asleep in bed. Hello, honey, he said in the middle of the night. He tried calling her the following morning. Good morning, said Denise. I didn't hear you call. And so, after a couple of failed attempts, he called her again. And when you listen to what our man's saying, you'll probably start to realise that the further into the scam he gets, the less sense he actually makes. Hello, darling.
Hello.
Are you there?
Yeah, good morning.
Oh,
Good morning, honey.
now I can hear you.
Good morning, honey.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, how was your night?
Oh, I'm feeling better this morning, thank you.
Oh, that's really good.
But I had an early night.
Yeah,
I went to bed early. What about you?
yeah. I didn't sleep earlier, so I was trying to call you later in the night, and you're sleeping, and I said, maybe you're resting because you're not feeling fine.
Well, I usually go to bed about 10 or 11 anyway.
Or I see. So how's your health right now?
I've already said I'm feeling a bit better this morning, thank you, darling.
That's really good. That's really good to know.
So
I was just missing you.
have you decided if you're going to retire next weekend?
Yeah, I've made a decision, and I'm going to make a contact this morning and start with the process.
Why do you need to process? Your contract's ended. Just retire.
Yes, honey. I'm retiring, so I just need to make a contact because I can't wait till next weekend. So I just want to make the right contact and get everything done and set up, so I could leave this place.
What contact do you need to make? Your pension company?
Yeah, that's what I want to do.
Yeah, so all you need to do is just write to them.
Yeah, I'll just write to them and that's it, and get approval. And because I have a discussion with a supervisor right here last night when I was just sitting outside, and he told me it's a good idea and a decision that I've made, and he's very sure it's the best decision. Like I told him, I said it will be the very best decision that I'll be making for this year. And he said that's okay. That I should just contact them and get all what's need done. And he told me something again. He said that I should make sure that immediately I contact the pension team for the retirement, that I should book everything I need in leaving this place, that I shouldn't spend any more time here because it's really good that immediately I get the retirement approval, I need to leave this place. So I told him that's not a problem, that I was already in the process, but I just have to make decision. And he said that's fine.
Why is it any of his business once your contract has ended?
I can't hear you. Please come again.
I said once your contract has ended, why is it any of his business what you do?
No, it's not his business, honey. It's not his business because I asked for his. I was just thinking out, and asked him for some little advice, and that's why I contributed.
Oh, I see, okay.
So, what I want you to understand right now is that, because tomorrow is Monday, and I'll write to them tomorrow in the morning,
Yeah,
and yeah, and before later in the evening, I'm supposed to get back. I'm supposed to hear from them. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, but we need to have in mind right now that you need to get ready on getting me here immediately. They gave me the approval of the retirement,
What do you mean?
because
What do you mean, darling?
I will still need the helicopter for me to come out of this place, and all that will be on me.
Oh, I don't think so, darling. I'm sure you've got helicopters coming and going every day.
Yeah, but those are not for personal purpose. those are for the company. And if you must use it for your own personal use, that's why we need to pay for it. If not, we wouldn't be paying for it the other time, you know?
It's not personal use, darling. Your contract's ended, so they'll fly you off when your contract's ended. They don't want you there any longer than necessary.
Yeah, I'm requesting for retirement and I'm doing that tomorrow. That's what I'm making you to understand.
Well, you're failing to make me understand because your contract will be ending next weekend, so they'll fly you off as soon as your contract ends.
Yeah, but I'm requesting it on time. So if I get the approval on time, that means I will be paying for it. Do you understand me now?
No, I don't understand you, darling. Once your contract has ended, they'll fly you off. If your contract hasn't
Honey,
ended, then you just need to wait till your contract ends. Otherwise, retiring will end your contract, so they'll fly you off. You need to speak
honey,
to them.
yeah, honey, do you remember that I'm a private contractor and I'm not working as a company staff?
I do, darling, but I'm sure you didn't pay to be
Yeah.
flown onto the rig. And if you did, you would have put the amount necessary into what you were charging them for the contract.
Here I charge them on transportation expenses.
Yeah. So I'm sure you
Yeah, I do. So
prepaid
all
for
the
it.
yeah, that's why all the money was being paid once into my bank account. I'm sure when you log into my bank account, you was able to see all payment was done accordingly.
Oh, I can't remember, darling. That was a while ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, all payment for transportation, everything has been paid, and all travel expenses and transportation needs to come from me directly because they've paid me for everything.
Yeah.
That's why if I'm using the helicopter, I need to pay for the helicopter because it's not free. They've paid me for it, so I need to make payment to the helicopter company.
Yeah.
You can go into my account again and cross check, okay? You can see all payment was done accordingly from ExxonMobil to Shell Oil Company. Everything was being paid. If I'm charging you for a contract, I'm charging you for transportation, I'm charging you for medicals, I'm charging you for everything.
Okay, well, I don't remember, darling. It was a long time. It was weeks ago. Give me your details again, then, and I'll have a look.
Okay, honey. I'll try and give you the details again. But I just wanted to have in mind that I'm sending the letter tomorrow because since I'm paying for my transportation and everything, I don't need to wait for me to get retired. All I have to do is just the communication. I just have to make and get everything done. That's all. And
Well,
you have to get ready so we can.
if you know you're leaving next weekend, you can book yourself on a helicopter that's already coming. You don't need a special one.
I can book myself a helicopter that's already coming,
Yeah,
but all still be the same, and I'll still need to pay for it.
yeah, but
That's what I wanted
you
to
won't need
understand.
the agency to book it for you, will you? You can just book it yourself on one of the helicopters that the company is sending anyway, so you can pay through the company.
You know, can I tell you something?
Oh, I
You
can hardly
know
wait.
all yeah, you know all companies don't buy something personal for their use. They always have everything rented. They rent things, you know?
Yeah, I'm sure they don't own the helicopters, darling, but they're coming anyway,
Yeah,
so
so
you don't need your
yeah,
agency to book
so
you a random helicopter, do you? You can just book yourself a seat on one of the ones that's coming. Just go and see the secretary in the office, and I'm sure he or she will book you onto one of the ones that's coming next weekend.
yeah, I already know all the process on it. That's why I'm telling you. I already know all the processes. That's why I'm telling you.
Awesome. So you
If
just
I'm
tell me which helicopter you've booked yourself on then.
yeah, because I'll still you that's what I'm saying that I'll still be paying and the
Yeah, I got
best.
that part, darling. But you don't need to use the
Okay.
agency, do you, darling? You can just go to the
Yes,
secretary in the office, and he or she will tell you which helicopters are coming next weekend, and they'll book you a seat.
honey, like I told you, I'm a private contractor,
Yes, I got
and
that bit as well,
what,
darling. But the secretary will book you a seat on one of the helicopters that's already coming, and then they will give you an invoice so that you can pay, won't they? You won't need the agency. The agency don't need to book a separate helicopter. Just go and see the
honey,
secretary when they come back to work on Monday, and they will book you on one of the helicopters that's already coming, and they'll give you the invoice.
honey, for the safety and everything. That's why we trust the using the company I sent to you the other time
That's got nothing to
for
do with
Mr.
safety, darling. If you're going to make up stories, at least try and make up something believable.
Honey.
You're on an
For
oil rig,
safety,
darling. You and I both know that there's helicopters coming and going all day, every day.
yes, honey, but I can't use the one that the company are using for the staffs. That's why I need to get another one for me personally.
Of course
You
you can,
know,
darling. You can just. I'm sure there's empty seats going back, and I'm sure that if you pay them, they'll let you have one of the empty seats.
that will be illegal, honey. I don't do anything that's
No, it
illegal.
wouldn't be illegal, darling. There's no British law that says you can't book a seat on a helicopter that belongs to someone else.
Honey, honey. You see, something I do understand is that we're supposed to have one mind and do things together in peace, right?
Exactly, darling. So if you stop making up stupid stories, then we can, can't we? At least try and tell me something believable.
Like you said, I'll try and meet with with the secretary,
That
and I'll
sounds
hear
like an
what they
excellent
say.
idea. I'm sure that they will book you on a helicopter, and if you have to pay, they'll just give you an invoice for how much you need.
Okay, no problem. I'll let you know about that. Okay.
Okay, darling.
Yeah. I'm just letting you know that I'll be sending the email tomorrow in the morning,
Yeah,
and I'll get an approval from them.
that's good, darling.
So what did you have for breakfast?
I haven't had breakfast yet. What did you have for breakfast?
Oh, I haven't had breakfast yet
Yeah.
because I was up almost all night. I slept toward 4 this morning.
All right.
Yeah, I was thinking about you, and I was also trying to think about things.
Yeah, I'm sure you were, darling. Anyway, Lola got to Newcastle last night. I think they had a jolly night out, from what I can make out. She's probably going to go
Oh,
and do some shopping today.
oh, that's good. That's really good. I'm happy that she got there safe.
She did. She had a bit of I think she had to change trains a couple of times because there was engineering works or something, so it took her longer than it should have done, but she got there safely.
Oh, that's really good. So, aren't you going to church?
I don't go to church, darling. Are you going to church?
Yeah, I do. I do pray always. You know, we have a small room here that everybody used to go on Sundays. The Christians,
Oh,
we do go there to pray to.
that's good, darling.
So, what about you?
What do you mean, what about me?
Don't you go to church?
I already told you I don't go to church, darling.
Hmm.
I sometimes wonder if you listen to anything I say.
Yeah, I do listen to things you say. Just that I'm here on the highway, and the sometimes the signal is bad and cutting. It will be glitching.
All right, darling.
Yeah, I just have to pay anytime that I'm talking to you. I have to pay my 100 attention to you so I could hear every bit of what you're saying.
Oh, well, 100% attention is good, darling.
Yeah, I said to myself and I promised myself that I'll always give you attention. Anytime you need me, I'm always here for you to talk to you.
Oh, that's very kind of you, darling.
Yeah, I was waiting for your address. You didn't send me your address.
Oh, sorry about that, darling. I don't think I want any chocolates anyway. I'm feeling a bit sick, so bring them with you, darling.
Okay, what about me sending you flowers?
No, just bring them with you, darling. You can buy
Okay,
some at the airport and bring them with you. Heathrow Airport,
okay,
that is. They probably wilt if you buy them before then.
no problem.
Which airport will you be flying from, do you know?
No, I don't know yet, cause I haven't got everything arranged yet, so I really don't know for now.
Oh, well, which airport did you fly to when you went onto the rig?
Yeah, I thought I explained everything to you before.
No, when you flew from Canada onto the rig, which airport did you arrive at in Scotland?
Hello, hello.
Yeah, can you hear me? Oh, you can't hear me, can you? Convenient, really, isn't it? You disappeared, said Denise after the call had ended. I'm going to get some breakfast. The signal was glitching, he claimed. I'm sure it was, said Denise. I'll try and get every information and let you know, honey. OK? Tell me more about your business, honey. So Denise did. We ran it from home. I was the qualified accountant and my Albie was the bookkeeper. We did accounts for private individuals and small local businesses. Some of the businesses used Albie once a month to do their books on a regular basis, and some would just bring them in once a year. Our largest client was a fish processing company on an industrial estate in Cranley. The owner lived in our road, that's how we knew them. Tell me more about yours. When did you become a contractor? I became a contractor with all licenses for drilling and executing contracts globally 35 years ago. I was working for Seplat Oil Company as one of the company's contractors when I got my licence. I was working with Seplat Oil Company and I was being paid little. I've always had a dream of being a private contractor and I enjoy doing my job. I've worked with Asians mostly and I've travelled a lot and built good reputation and relationships with people that I've worked with. He tried calling, but Denise wasn't there. How's your day going, honey? Hope you're doing fine, darling. I'm missing you. Good evening, said Denise a bit later. I'm feeling a lot better now. My son came and collected me and I had lunch with him and my grandsons. Lola rang while I was there. She and Christian have been having fun by the sound of it. She's coming home tomorrow morning. That's nice. So what did you have for lunch? Do you have a food obsession? What did you do today? Not really. I had a little work today, then read some books. What are you reading? Some story books about life birth. What does that mean? Childbirth. How weird, said Denise. Yeah, it's more likely, I guess, he said. What's more likely? The stories, he said. Do you get the feeling that someone else is typing here and not our usual man? Because Denise did. You aren't making sense, she said. What did you do today? He asked. I already told you. Give the phone back to your mate, please. To which her man replied, OK, I did. Thanks. Now tell me what you really did today. I told you already, he said. OK. I tried calling you so that I can talk with you, but I guess you was busy. I wasn't here, said Denise. I didn't come home till just after 6 p.m. Oh, OK. What did you do today? I already told you. How many of you are there? Can I talk to the same person, please? They handed the phone back to the usual man. Sorry, darling, he said. I'm dozing off, but trying to stay up to talk with you because I've missed you so much. Trying to stay up, said Denise. This was at 8 p.m. Yes, darling. I'm feeling sleepy because I've been reading and also tired. You know, that usual scammer obsession. Let's get some sleep. OK, then you'd better go to bed. I'll talk to you again tomorrow. I'll go and wash my face now, so that I can concentrate and talk to you, darling. I'm here now, honey. Are you busy, darling? I'm back, she said. He tried calling her again, but she wasn't there. I'm here, honey. We keep missing each other, and I'm going to bed now. I'm feeling very sleepy, so I'll talk to you again tomorrow. And man felt falling in love coming on. I'll be counting the minutes until we can be together again. I hope to see you in my dreams, my love. You are one in a million, an angel in human disguise. Good night, sweetheart, and sweet dreams to you, my queen. Lots of hearty faces and hearts and kisses. Kisses and hugs to you, my queen. And lots more, lots more hearts and huggy faces and a few roses. He tried calling her the next morning, but I wasn't online. Good morning, said Denise. I'm just having breakfast. To save you asking, it's a bowl of cereal with a banana. I guess you're working now. I'll talk to you later. Hey, love, I want to wish you a good morning. May God protect you, and I hope that this day will be full of joy. You're the biggest treasure I have ever had. Just wanted to let you know I'm still the man that thinks about you every time. My dream is to wake up next to you every morning. Soon it will come true. What does a woman need to be happy? She needs a man who will light her heart and beautify her life. I love you. You love me. Give me another reason not to be happy with life. Every day he gives me a gift that is simply irreplaceable, to have another morning and let my dear ones know that I love them with all of my heart. You're included, sweetheart. Sharing smiles with some new love is a great way to start a day. Have an awesome morning, dear. I love you, sweetheart, and lots of hearts. Oh dear, I missed you again, said Denise. I spent the morning in the front garden doing some weeding. We had a little rain yesterday, so the ground was nice and soft for digging. Oh, that's awesome, he said. It's got a bit hot now, so I'm sitting inside doing one of my puzzle books. Oh, that's nice. Hope you didn't stress your beautiful self digging. He tried calling again, but I was outside. Oh no, we missed each other again. One of my neighbours called in for tea. Hope you enjoyed taking your tea, he said. We did, thanks. I was here on my break time to talk to you. And you're here now. Yes, darling. What do you love doing for fun when you're bored? I do my puzzle books. I knit for my grandchildren. What do you do? Oh, Denise, you might wish you hadn't asked him. I love to listen to music and also read books. I love to swim too. What kind of music do you like? I like R&B and blues. What about you? I like classical music. I love classical music too, he said, shooting himself in the foot before he'd even started. Who's your favourite composer? So he sent a link to Celine Dion video. No, said Denise. Who's your favourite classical composer? Celine Dion, he said. She isn't a classical composer, is she? Said Denise. Yes, she is, darling. Don't be daft. You don't even know what classical music is, do you? You just said you like it, because I did. Yes, darling. Her songs are love songs. Yeah, I know what her songs are, but she isn't a classical composer, and that isn't classical music. So now I know you just said it because I did. You clearly don't even know what classical music is, so please stop pretending. It's so childish. My favourite composer is Dvorak, but you don't even know what I mean, do you? He wrote some beautiful choral music, but you rarely hear it performed, which is sad. One of our local choirs has performed some in the past, but not recently, and I know that because 30 years ago I lived in Guildford and I sang in that choir. I was looking for one that my friend loved listening to, he said, because he made me love it at some point in my life. Here is the name of the composer, he said, frantically resorting to Google. Wilhelm Richard Wagner. I was able to get his name. The only time he's listened to it is when I'm with him. I love R&B and blues. Are you there? Yes, I got distracted. Wagner didn't write music for Celine Dion, and you can't be with him, he's dead. Are you an opera fan? Darling, I'm not saying Wagner wrote a song for Celine Dion. I'm trying to let you know that my friend was the one that let me know about Wagner. Okay. No, darling, I'm not a fan of opera. How can you love Wagner's music and not like opera? Said Denise. Which pieces of his do you like, then? To which our man, of course, replied, Ride of the Valkyries. Which of Dvorak pieces do you like? So Denise answered him, I love his Te Deum. The local choir once performed The Spectre's Bride. You rarely hear that, and I do wish I could play you a bit of Dvorak's Te Deum, but I wouldn't want a copyright strike. But I'll leave a link to a few of the videos in the description box, because it really is beautiful. In reply to him saying Ride of the Valkyries, Denise said, I thought you said you weren't an opera fan. No, I'm not. I'm listening to it. Doesn't mean I must be a fan. You said your friend made you love it, said Denise, thinking it was time to change the subject because we didn't want to lose our man. Never mind. Have you decided what you'll do next weekend? Yes, he said. I've made my final decision on it. And to find out what that decision is, you're going to have to watch episode 12. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like it, please share it, please comment down below, and I'll see you again in Mike Burr Thomas, episode 12.